Peace and blessings, and welcome back to the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast. This is episode 100. That's right, everybody. We did it. We got to 100 episodes of the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast. This is a very proud moment for not only me, but for everybody who supports Heritage Hip Hop. And to celebrate that, we opened the conversation up to myself. Because some people want to know who I am and what I do. So I had someone come interview me on the podcast so you got a deeper understanding of who I am and what I like to bring to the hip-hop culture and why Heritage Hip-Hop was even started. So before we go into that, I like to say this episode is brought to you by heritagehiphop.com, where we introduce your future favorite artists today, because we are more than music. Go to heritagehiphop.com to get exclusive interviews and playlists. We're also sponsored by Transparent Credit Repair, the superheroes of the financial literacy and credit repair world. It only takes 15 seconds to change your life. Go to heritagehiphop.com, click on Transparent Credit Repair's link, fill out the application, and afford yourself a chance to open your wallet to more income instead of paying out more debt. So go to heritagehiphop.com, click on the link for Transparent Credit Repair, and use that 15 seconds to change your life. All right, so like I said, everyone, I'm so excited and thankful that you've made it here with me to 100 episodes. And without further ado, let's take a peek into who I am. And I'll talk to you again after this interview is over.
What's going on, everybody? It's your man, Big A. This is Heritage Hip Hop. This is exclusive, the Big A Takeover. I'm going to be interviewing Mr. Heritage Hip Hop's own Karev. It's a pleasure and an honor. How you doing, sir?
Same here. What's going on with you, bro?
Good. So this is an honor to be able to interview you. For people who don't know, I've had a long history with Mr. Karev for almost over 20 years now. Been friends, been knowing him and the family. So we're going to get right into the questions. Now, the first question is from Renegade the rapper, the official. The first question is, what inspired you to start the podcast? And what's one of your favorite episodes that you can remember?
All right, what inspired me to start Heritage Hip Hop was the fact that so many people from New Jersey are talented, but nobody tells their story. Or we have other people telling their story and it's told wrong. I mean, you've known me for some time, so I could tell you, how big I was in talking to Govmatic. Like, that was huge to me. To even have that man's number in my phone was like incredible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He called you. I remember.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Gov passed away. And especially before I got the chance to even interview him, which is even tougher. You know what I'm saying? And between him and my homie, one of my peoples, his name was Big Snuff. Right? That's my guy, I used to like go to his house and he used to hear the music he made, Snuff was incredible, yo. And like I said, there's so many people from Jersey like them who they're leaving the physical world and nobody's giving them respect. Nobody's telling their story. You know what I mean? Look at how Apache passed away. We don't even talk about Apache enough. So I really wanted to do something where we could tell our own stories, showcase our artists, and not only that, I wanted to have a platform where we get to stake our claim on being who we are. You know what I'm saying? If Most High gave us voices, it's good for us to use it for our own benefits and purposes. I don't want to have a platform where people are just talk. I wanted people to actually appreciate the intelligence of an artist, an MC, a writer, a rapper, activist, coach, etc. And see that we're more than just the beats that we rap on, that we actually are people with families, with spirituality. And I wanted to give respect to everyone who puts themselves out to the world to share their gifts, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And one of my favorite interviews, I have too many, I'll break it down this way. My favorite interview, for those who are, I don't want to say bougie, I'll just say who are writers, is everybody that's in the industry. Now y'all got what y'all wanted. You know what I'm saying? So for them, Tretch, Do It All, You know what I'm saying? Runt Dog. I mean, if you really real hip hop head, you know Runt Dog. Like that's good for you. You know what I'm saying? For me, personally, meeting my heroes. Well, it's like one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite interviews. Like meeting Double O. Like I said, meeting Tretch, Do It All. I mean, that's incredible. Interviewing Max Melvins from the Lifers group. That's like incredible to me. You know what I'm saying? Even I met one of my favorite MCs of all time, also from my favorite rap group, the Artifacts. You know what I'm saying? My favorite New Jersey hip hop group is the Artifacts, and I got to do an interview with Tame One, which is incredible. So like,
wow.
So like, and my thing is because heritage hip hop is bigger than music. Going to one of my good friends is Jose Robles, right? He runs the Fortress of Solitude in North New Jersey. To like, I grew up like in comic books and cartoons because of my mom. She taught me that stuff, you know. So like an extension of that is talking to people who do comic books and other creative things because that's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I talked to coaches, like shout out to Darren Davis. That was a great one because we need hip hop is about mentoring as well. You know,
NBA star Baron Davis.
Nah. I said Darren Davis.
Oh, Darren Davis. I'm sorry.
Darren Davis is a coach, a high school football coach. I went to school with him also. And Tanisha B. Malone, she's like one of the best interviews I ever done. She's a model.
Okay.
And she also, more importantly to me, is a public servant. She's like the head mortician in like Essex County, I think. And she's like the only black mortician in Bergen County, I think it was, she said. And she, you know, she was on the news giving respect for putting dandelions on the bodies of everybody who died of COVID that was separated from their families. Her story is very prolific. Like that's somebody that we're going to talk about for years to come. So those are the ones that stand out the most.
Wow, it's very, very deep. A question from Shaq Corbin is: when did you come up with the idea of heritage hip hop as an entity? How did the name come about?
Okay, that's funny. So like, you know this story already. We was on the phone. I'm like, yo, what can I name this thing? And I was at my partner house. Shout out to BQ, Fatty's place, you know?
Word.
And we was like coming up with names. I just said heritage hip hop. We're gonna study, we're gonna give credence from before to the future. Heritage hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So the name just came through out of the spur of the moment. I just said God's inspiration. You know what I'm saying? God's inspiration made the name of heritage hip hop. As far as building it as a platform, funny story. So I used to work at Everest Institute in South Plainfield. Shout out to my peoples from Everest Institute, the ones I respect and love. Everybody else is whack. So I always put it like that. Now, you know, I tell the truth. I don't give a fuck. So keeping it very honest with you, my man Stan, shout out to Stan Layhens, yo. That's my guy, yo. He was like, he had a meeting with us, and we went to my man Chris's house. Shout out to Chris Ward, Build Better Brands, you know. We went to his house with a bunch of our colleagues, our working peers, and they said, you know, everybody needs to come up with a business. We can't keep living off of this stuff because we're not da-da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, yo, I actually want to build a platform where everybody in Jersey could come together under one banner and have hip hop served to them that way. You know, people, if you need a DJ, who's the hottest DJs in Jersey? They on my platform. Who are the hottest MCs? They on my platform. I was like, yeah, I want to make a hip hop mall of Jersey where everybody could come to this one thing and they could just get it. And the way I had it broken down, he was like, damn, you already got it. Why don't you just do it? But then I didn't have the name. I didn't have no knowledge of the technology. It was just brainstorming. So it started way back when at Everest Institute. So like I said,
I remember that. Yeah, I do remember. I remember that. I remember sitting in your office, and times right before you're about to leave your office, we were sitting there talking, and when between the students coming back and forth, we would talk, and you would throw those ideas out. I remember even Chris Ward even coming through. You know, he was talking about the video games and whatnot, and you was like, yeah, collectively we need to be able to do this as a cohesiveness. So yeah, I do remember that. I remember those actual times there. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So now I have a very long list of questions.
That's what's up. Let's talk, man.
Okay. So first question is, what is your morning routine?
Getting up and laying back down in the bed. That's it. Due to COVID, I don't really do too much. You
All
know,
right. So, okay. Do you have a regular morning routine at all, just in general?
I get up, thankful I woke up, lay back down, curse the fact I got to go to work on the computer. You know what I'm saying? I hate that this COVID thing. You know what I'm saying? And just start my day on the computer. I'm on the computer every day. You know, it's like whether I'm teaching class on the computer or I'm working on videos for Heritage Hip Hop. That's the morning routine mostly. I don't
Okay.
eat breakfast too much. I don't, I just get to work. I'm a workaholic.
Okay. Give me 3 adjectives you most hear about yourself.
Angry, loyal, intelligent.
Hmm. Do you agree with them?
Yes,
Okay.
very much so.
Okay. What scent takes you back to your childhood?
What scent?
Yes. What scent takes you back to your childhood?
Probably fresh baked bread. Grandmother house
Why?
used to make rolls. My grandmother used to make the
Really?
best dinner rolls in history. Like that was God bread. Like I don't know what it was, but that bread was amazing. Every Thanksgiving, everybody from damn near what was it, North Plainfield, Virginia, DC, they all went to my grandmother's house because they wanted to eat them dinner rolls.
I
So
never knew that.
yeah, that's a scent that takes me back to my childhood.
Okay. What's the most valuable information you received from your parents?
That I don't know. Can't tell you.
Mm, okay. Um, what's something that you remember that your parents gave you? Some type of toolage. Give me something.
That they gave me? Just probably
Yes. Yes.
education, sending me to
Okay.
school. That's the main thing a parent could give a child. You know what I'm saying? Because unfortunately, in the Black community, education is an option, and it should.
Mm,
And I can say I did not have the option. So
mm,
because I'm naturally inquisitive, education didn't bother me. School was actually quite boring. You know what I mean? But
mm,
just the fact that I always wanted to know something, and I was given a way to mold my own individual genius through asking questions. I always
mm-hmm.
had an outlet to find the answer. So education is
Okay.
not really something I love.
That's essential. Okay. What's something you could not live without?
The Most High, for one. Music is two.
Hmm.
Family is always important at three. And I'm good right there.
Okay. What's your favorite color and why?
I don't have a favorite color, unfortunately, because I think that's I've never been an artsy person, So
No.
colors don't. I know what colors turn me off, but I don't like colors like I have a favorite color. No.
You sure? I do remember a long time ago you stressing a certain color because there's royal.
Well, purple is dope. I love purple, but it's not my favorite color.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
So
have a
you
favorite.
you don't have a favorite color.
No.
Okay. What's your vice?
What do I hate?
Your vice. Your main. What are your vices?
Define vices. 'Cause I'm a little off right now.
A vice is like a habit, a sense of a bad
Oh,
habit or something.
what's a bad habit I have?
Yes. What is a bad habit?
Oh man, impatience, yo. I'm very impatient. I am super
Hmm.
impatient. Like people just be talking, and then people say I make faces while they talk. Like, I get very, very impatient quick. I get bored very easily. So
Hmm.
that's a vice I have. You know me, you know. That's all I can say.
Okay. What would you tell your 16-year-old self?
16?
Yes.
Fear is an illusion. Ambition is your reality. So don't worry about other people. Do what you got to do, because nobody's gonna vouch for you in the end anyway.
So why would you tell yourself that? Like what specifically? That was very, very specific. So
Mhm.
why?
Because I grew up under a lie that You need others to be successful. And
Okay.
it was a lot that like I said, it was a lot that was grafted into me. I will say this: as a young man, I didn't have a big circle. Never had a big circle of friends. Never ever was in cliques and crews and stuff. Shout out to my real friends though. I love them to death. If you ever got into my circle and you're considered a friend, that's very big for me. And because I didn't grow up that way, I will always think about how people were together doing things, and it killed a lot of ambition I had to wait for people. Because if I didn't wait for people and did things on my own, I probably could have got more accomplished in life. So
Mm.
because so I would tell myself, don't wait for anybody. Like that fear of being on your own and not having people with you, like that's an illusion. That's nothing. The greatest generals went to battle on their own, and people followed them. So stop being on to be a follower, be a general, and take your dream to where it has to go.
Okay. Since you said that, what is your greatest accomplishment up to date?
Being a stepfather.
Mm. How has that changed you from the man you were to the man you are right now?
Maturity. Maturity is the biggest thing that makes a man a man.
Mm.
And once again, in our society, brown-skinned men or men of color they bank on us being immature rather than us being men. Whether it's from the videos, the video games, even the way they entertain or we like entertainment. A lot of us keeps us in a feeble mind state. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not gonna lie, I had to mature even through that, and a lot of it was very tough for me because I took on responsibilities that I thought I knew and could control, and I didn't. So being a stepfather was like one of the biggest accomplishments of a lifetime, because when you're as a man, you're always taught do for self. You know what I'm saying? It's not till you
Mm-hmm.
learn how to sacrifice and do for others you become a great man. You know,
Okay.
so I give my family like the utmost respect.
Mm. That's cool. What are your pet peeves?
Indecisiveness, um, lack of ingenuity,
Mm-hmm.
laziness, dependency. That's really about it.
Okay. Okay. That sounds like most common pet peeves. So, all right, who would you like to play you if a movie was being made about Karev?
No one.
Nah, but you got to pick somebody. If
Uh,
a movie's being made about you, you
they
have to
got to
pick.
be a
You gotta
cartoon.
give.
Nah. I wouldn't want to be a live action movie about me.
Why not?
Because my mind is too bugged out. So somebody did a movie about me, they would have to get in their hair, and that's more animation than cinematic. To be real with you, I'm not trying to say my
Okay.
mind is Dragon Ball Z or nothing. Nah, I'm just saying like my mind
Kamehameha.
is my mind is so out there
Mhm.
because there's so many things that go on in one. Like you know how like remember when we were kids and in school they used to give us this activity where you had to look at something and you had to describe everything in the picture. They don't teach
Mhm.
that in school anymore, everybody.
No,
But
they don't.
but they were like, what did this person wear? What did they have? You know what I'm saying? Those
Yeah.
exercises kind of like define me as a kid. So like when I'm in a situation, I don't
Mhm.
see one thing. I have a lot of experiences that come in and then it turns into something.
Okay.
So that's the one thing I could say. Like as far as a movie, nah, there's
Mhm.
no actor I think who could
Not Idris Alba or
capture
nobody.
me. No,
Michael B. Jordan.
no, no, no,
Nobody.
no,
Nah.
no.
Nah.
Mm,
All right. Oh man. Damn, yo. You're a tough cookie. Okay, so who's your celebrity crush? Everybody has a crush.
shoot, what age you want? What
Run
age
it
you at?
down, brother. Run it down, brother.
Let me tell you something, yo. I mean, I'm telling y'all my age right now, but yeah, like Kim Fields, I was one.
Tootie.
Lark Voorhees, I was one.
Woo. Saved by the Bell.
What's her name? Soleil Moonfry, that's one. Keep bugging. Moni Love, yo. Spinderella. Yo.
Yo.
I remember the girl's name from VIP, yo.
VIP.
Yeah, and it wasn't Pamela Anderson.
You got me. I'm about to say the only one I can think of was Pam Anderson.
Yeah, it wasn't her.
Was on that show.
It was the one with the short hair.
Okay.
Let's see. Shoot, as a man, men always are attracted to someone. So that's not. It's you getting lists. You know what I mean?
Come on.
Amara La Negra.
Woo!
Tough. And I'm gonna leave it right there. That's it.
All right, I like that, man. All right, so now that's a celebrity crush. Who's your realistic crush?
Oh, one of my teachers. Yo. I didn't even put her name out there like that.
Yeah, I know.
But
we won't go far.
Yeah, she's always dope. Like that was one person who she inspired me many ways though. Like it wasn't just that she was attractive and stuff.
Did.
You stupid.
I bet she did.
You stupid. But nah, she just inspired me because she was like attractive. Like as I got older and got to know her and talk to her, she's very business minded, very social conscious minded. You know what I'm saying? And she's into health. You know what I'm saying? So by talking to her, she helped develop my mind on bigger things than just.
She helped you get conscious about your health and everything. So that was it. So you could say that she was a major influence on you in those areas.
By far.
Okay.
I love intelligent women. So yeah, by far. Intelligence is always the number one thing that keeps me interested.
Okay. What's your favorite place to relax? Where?
My
Where is
bed. Yeah, that's it. I like going to the park and watching kids play.
Okay.
I just don't want people thinking I'm like the weird guy who's just staring at their kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. But I think the park is where you see life in abundance. You know, like spiritually speaking, in the Bible, it said Christ talked about the children, how the children are how the God sees like us. You know what I'm saying? If you look at children, they genuinely don't care about anything but enjoying themselves. You know? And that's what I love to see, people enjoy themselves. I like to see people just have fun. I don't like seeing kids cry and stuff, that. So I like to see them laughing. I like to see them on the swing. So they just playing tag, chasing each other. I like stuff like that because that's what life was supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be about going to work and busting your ass to pay bills and get taxed and all that. You're going to have to work to find your purpose, but it ain't to break you like. And kids, as they have not lost their innocence, I think they really celebrate life the way it's supposed to be celebrated. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, where's a place you like to visit?
Nowhere. I don't just go places and visit. No. I always got a purpose to go somewhere.
Okay, so give me a memorable place you went that was on one of your trips that you can remember.
Oh, traveling?
Yes. Yeah, a place you love to visit. It was a spot. Come on now, you
probably Disney World.
Okay, Disney World. Why Disney World? Of all the places you could name right now, all the islands, all the countries you could go to, why specifically Disney World?
You said what I could go to. That's a dream trip.
Okay. Why is it a dream trip? Then I just need you to elaborate. Like why this spot?
Those are two different questions. Those are two different questions. So you said a place that I have went that I like to go. I always like Disney World. Once again, kids having fun. Your childhood, you know what I'm saying? Star Wars, Marvel, stuff like that. That's cool.
Okay.
Pardon me. Florida's always been dope. You know what I'm saying? Florida's it's a dope place, man. I mean, even with the little geckos running down the street, it's a whole different feeling. Especially if you're from Jersey. Florida is like a whole nother life way beyond what we know. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Little Havana too, Little Haiti. Like, oh, those places are dope. Everybody thinks about just Miami. They think about the Strip. But Florida got some dope places. Shout out to Panama City Beach. I like that too.
Okay.
You know,
I've never been down there. So I don't
let's
know
go.
the spots.
Hey, let's go.
All right,
Hey,
we'll have to plan the trip. We'll definitely have to plan the trip.
But my dream locations I would like to go. I want to go to I want to go to Israel. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Brazil. I want to go to the Dominican Republic. I want to go to Taiwan. I want to go to those places. You know?
Okay. Why specifically those places?
Canada
you name some. You never been to Canada?
Nah.
Wow. Canada is a beautiful, clean country. They pride themselves. I remember going there as a preteen. I was 12 years old. I remember going there and seeing the sidewalk not being dirty, no litter. Like, you know, where we're from, you eat a wrapper, sometimes you throw it, you know, if there's not a garbage can around, there's a garbage can around.
That's
like
dope.
there's no excuse of doing littering or anything like that, dropping anything. Like, it's a beautiful country, and I've even gone to the countryside and picked strawberries and just seeing like the apple orchard. It's a beautiful country. It's very nice when you get a chance to take a trip like that. And even in Toronto, there's a restaurant. When you get a chance, go to there's a restaurant in Toronto that spins around. It rotates while you're sitting in dinner.
That's dope.
Yeah. It's very, very well known.
I like to also go to Jamaica. I would like to go to Nigeria, Ethiopia.
Now the African countries.
Yeah.
Why specifically those spots there instead of the Congo or somewhere else that's widely known?
Why not? I mean, I like to go to Sierra Leone too. Like, I mean, the world is bigger than what we know, and I realize that, you know, when you're in America, you're tainted. You're very tainted. So what you think you know about the world, you really don't. It's very, very tainted. We think we know about liberties and freedom and expression, and we don't. We don't know culture or music the way they know it. We don't know their food. You know what I'm saying? And my belief of what hip hop is, I mean, it's all over. So I want to experience it all over, not just in one place.
Okay. If you're unhappy with your job, your career, what would you rather be doing right now?
I'd rather run a network, a media network.
Okay.
I've always had that dream.
Could you give a little insight on it? What would the network be called?
Heritage Hip Hop, straight up.
Okay.
But before Heritage Hip Hop, now I wanted to run a network called Kablam.
Okay.
And that was going to be a network where I would sign a contract with every comic book distributor and show nothing but anime and comic book cartoons on a network. So all the Marvel, all the DC, all the Image, all that would be on one thing: cartoons and live action movies. And as you see, I told the future because it's been happening.
I'm about to say, don't drop too much now. They're going to take that idea.
How? They already did it. We got HBO Max. We got Disney. Yeah. So everybody's done it already. But that was my goal. That was something I wanted to do. And I wanted to, like I said, my mom taught me things through comic books and animation. Like, my mom was the first person to ever put me up on Dragon Ball Z. Like, I saw the toys and like the Game Pro books and all that. Yeah. But she watched it. So I was like, what's this? What's that?
Wow.
You know, and, you know, it was dope. You know what I mean?
Okay. What's the most thoughtful gift you've received?
What's the most thoughtful gift I received? Selfishly, my wife bought me a Eli Manning jersey out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? That was dope.
Wow. Now explain the relevance of that and why.
Oh, the Giants is my favorite team. You know, I'm not really a quarterback fan, but I don't know. I mean, that's whatever. She got me my first official jersey. Like, that was dope.
Is your wife a Giants fan?
No, she's not. She's a Cowboys fan.
So that's why the relevance of that gift.
So that was dope. You know, besides that, a grandson. One of the best gifts I ever got in my life, bro.
Okay.
Period. You know, he's very special. So.
Okay. What question do you get asked a lot?
As far as what?
just in general, what's a question that you
People don't
normally
ask me questions.
No, people never ask you questions at all behind the scenes.
Not really.
No,
No.
nobody asks you questions at all.
Listen, I'm the person who goes on social media and nobody talks back to him. So
Okay.
I mean, I don't really, you know,
Okay, I got you. So then, what question would you like to be asked? Then, if
whatever
you had
you
an
want,
option,
whatever's on
if you had two
anybody's
people,
mind. It doesn't matter. Yo. I like conversation sometimes. The only times I don't is when it's stupid conversation. Like I don't like conversation when somebody's just asking me about things they already know the answer to. That's weird.
Mhm.
That's weird. You know, like, you know, it's just weird conversation. Me, I don't know. I mean, that's the hard thing about doing what heritage hip hop is, because everybody comes with their own preconceived notions. It's not until after they see what it is that they go, "Oh, that's what you do." I'm like,
Mhm.
"Yes," and I do more, but the more never gets explained. So I just, you know, I'll leave it
So,
like that.
so, so, explain the more. Then, since we're on the topic right now,
So
what is the more?
So heritage hip hop is more than music. Like we said, it's about teaching independency to artists by showing them how to own their art, own their
Mhm.
craft, and then taking it to the next level. Because everybody could put out a song, but everybody's song is not heard. You know what I'm saying? If
Okay,
700 songs come out per day, what separates you from the one person that's putting the song out?
the 699 others.
Yeah, and then think about that. But depending on region, you know what I'm saying? Like, who really knows who you are? Like, let me ask you a question: who the hottest rapper in Delaware right now? Shit.
You
Exactly.
have a, you got me.
Exactly. All right, let's take it out of hip hop, because hip hop's only one
Okay,
genre of music.
okay,
Heritage hip hop isn't just hip hop music. Like I said, it's more than
okay,
that music. So if
okay.
you are an R&B singer, and you're like, you got the hottest song in like Switzerland right now. I'm
Mhm.
from New Jersey. How would I know who you are? So like we teach not only that part, but we teach how to own your art. You know, how to put
Mhm.
yourself in positions not only to be heard, but how to make money from your thing, how to own your thing, how to be an
Mhm.
entity and a brand, not just a person who creates.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I know you, and so this question is not so much of a loaded question. This is a question I'm actually intrigued by. What movie gives you a belly ache to laugh, like makes you laugh your ass off?
Coming to America one.
Okay, I didn't expect that. Okay, I didn't expect that. What song makes you cry? What brings out that emotion?
Song?
Yeah, what song?
It's a
What song
song
that
by a
makes?
Hebrew Israelite group.
Okay.
It's called The Former Things Have Passed Away.
Mm,
That song. If you play that at a
mm,
funeral, everybody would cry immediately.
mm, mm. What does it reflect on?
Life, period. The former things have passed away. New Jerusalem, a new heaven. The old earth is gone. Now we have salvation. And to people of color, salvation is something we've been wanting for decades, centuries, years, of more. You know, so
Mhm.
it's that's a song that really moves me, um, spiritually and emotionally.
Okay. What's a special talent that you have? A special or a hidden talent that you have that nobody knows about? Care to share?
Reading people's spirits, I guess. 'Cause somebody could come around you and you feel it. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? Like,
So you're like an empath then.
I don't like saying that, but some people have told me I'm like that.
Okay.
That's a burden. That's a real burden to have too. Because
Mm.
when somebody's angry,
Mm.
I'm gonna just break it down like this type of way. When somebody's angry, you can feel it. It's like putting on a goose. It's like very heavy. You know what I'm saying? When somebody brings anger around you, it makes you feel real heavy.
Mm.
It's no other way I could tell you. Like it's crazy. But when somebody is happy, you feel air. You know, it's like
Mm.
it's a good feeling around you. You feel, you know, that's why somebody could smile, you just smile like what? You know what I'm saying? Because that air is life. You know what I'm saying? But when
Yeah.
there's anger in the room, you ever heard somebody say you could like cut the tension with a knife? That means it's
Yes.
solid. Anger
Yes.
is just as solid as tension.
Okay.
It gets on your shoulders. And me, those things wear on me. That's why I don't like being around people too much. When they
So
bring
you very
emotions
sensitive.
around, mm-mm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're very sensitive to that. Just that being around other
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
You're very
And
sensitive.
Like I said, everybody who knows me, I could come around, but I don't stay around.
Yeah, I noticed. Well, I do notice. I noticed like, yo, you be like, yo, you ready to go? I'm like,
Yeah,
damn, we just got here.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
ready. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I got you. All right. Name 3 influential men in your life.
My brother is one.
Mm-hmm.
My life overall, huh?
Yeah,
Damn.
three influential men.
My brother is one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give respect to a person who I seen do it for many years. Paul McPleasant of St.
Okay.
Rocco's in Newark, New Jersey.
Okay.
Paul McPleasant was an entrepreneur. He helped run a summer camp, basketball camp, things like that. He's
Mm-hmm.
someone that, as a man, as I got older, I have more respect for because I seen what it took for him to do what he did. See, when you're a child, life is just like I said, matter of fact. But when you start growing and developing your understanding of things, you get more appreciative of the opportunities you were given. And Paul McPleasant is somebody who I think he's one of the most influential men I ever saw in my life as a whole.
Okay.
My last one is
Mm-hmm.
hard to pick one, but I would say my uncle, Wallace Brown. He
Why your uncle?
because he has done so much. Like he always represents Westfield, New Jersey, real strong. But to be in the IRS to get government credentials, he helped catch one of the most notorious criminals in American history. You know
Wow.
what I'm saying? He has like a
Wow.
unique story, and it goes
Wow.
beyond, like the typical story of a black man in America. He played sports. He did this. He did that. Like, my uncle was a real celebrated military man, and he
Mm.
worked for the government. So like when I go talk to him about our family, our history, that
Mm-hmm.
kind of helps support what I do with Heritage Hip Hop because it's our
Okay.
story and we need to tell it.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the 3 I would say.
Shout out to your uncle. I definitely got to meet your uncle.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, word. So who did you admire as a child?
My brother,
You admired as a child. Who do you admire now?
myself.
Mm, that's a good answer. What's the next thing to cross off your bracket list? Your bucket list. I said bracket. Bucket list.
I don't know. I never really wrote down a bucket list.
Nah.
Nope.
Do you have a mental bucket list of like things like
Nope.
you want to accomplish
Nope.
prior to transcending?
Whatever happens, happens, man. And if I can make
Okay.
it happen, it will happen.
Okay. If given the power, what will you do as the president of the United States?
I'll be killed. I hate to say it. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. I respect every man that becomes a president. Whether we like them or not, I respect them all because that's the most stressful job anyone can ever have. That's very stressful, and whether they take the job seriously or not, it's gonna wear on them, If I was the president of the United States, oh wow, it would be so different because the United States is a corporation. So a president is a figurehead.
Come on.
America is 50 countries put together under one conglomerate called the government.
All
So
right.
with all their leaders and me having to be the leader or the face of those leaders, so many laws would change. It would have to. I don't know. I'll be out of there.
Wow. What's something you could say in another language?
K Sabadi.
Care to translate?
It is what it is.
Okay. This is something. What could you tell me that I'd be surprised?
Something that I could tell you that would surprise you.
Yeah, me. You know me. So what would surprise me? Tell me something that I would be surprised. Out of our years of friendship, what would surprise me? Tell me something.
If I could make a movie, it would be a martial arts movie, and Janet Jackson would be the villain. Surprise! His face said it all.
Yeah. Okay.
True
Yeah.
story
You
though.
go.
That's true story. I
Okay.
would love to make that.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. All right. What's your go-to comfort food?
My go-to comfort food?
Yes. Yes. Everybody has one.
Shit, I don't have a comfort food. I just like food. I like lamb. That's my favorite food, period. So
Okay.
that's lamb.
How cooked? Because people like lamb in different several ways.
I
How you
like
like your
mine. I
lamb?
like mine roasted with teriyaki and honey barbecue,
Okay.
if not honey mustard.
Man, that sounds good. I'm ready to eat. Um. What would you suggest as a good date? Like, what would you suggest a good date? Like, how would you um mentor someone to structure of a good date?
Easy. Learn the person that you with and take them to where they have interest. Period. If your person likes veganism, take them to a park that has something very nature oriented. If your person
Okay.
likes music, take them somewhere where there's a live band. Just if your person is stressed out, take them somewhere calm where you can speak. Learn the person that you with and go off of their vibe.
That's wise advice. That's wise advice. What's your favorite social media platform
Oh,
and
none.
why?
I hate social media. Oh, I hate social media. No, 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 no,
Really,
no, 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 no,
really,
no,
for somebody who does a lot of media.
no. I don't like social
Okay.
media. I really don't. Social media to me is wow. Like I said, I could post a lot of things on social media and people really don't respond to me too much. So, me, like, I think it should be called interactive media, not social media. Because a lot of people on social media are not social. They just
Okay.
put things out for you to interact.
hmm
So I'm cool on that.
Okay. What's your favorite book?
The Bible.
Okay. What was the most recent book you read?
The Book of Jasher. I just got another book called Atomic Habits. I haven't started it yet. I was gonna wait till I go on
Okay.
my trip to read it.
Okay. What's your top five books? Top five favorite books outside of the Bible. What are the top five favorite books that you read and that you have in your archive?
Okay. Number one, How to Hustle to Win. I believe that's the name
Five.
of it. Supreme Understanding. He got a part one
Okay.
and a part two. Great
hmm
book. The Andromeda Strain. I don't remember the name of the person who wrote that. I read that in high school.
hmm
Dope book. The Autobiography of Malcolm X
Mm.
by Alex Haley.
Alex Haley. Yeah.
Another thing I read that wasn't a book was the
hmm
10-point program by the Black Panthers. That's a great one. And there's so many other books I want to read actually.
hmm
On that type of vibe. And the last one I'm gonna say is that book of Scarface, about the rapper Scarface.
Yeah. Yeah. I
That
remember you
was one
read
of my
that.
favorite. That's one of my favorite rappers,
Yeah.
and that book
Yeah.
was so insightful. Like that book actually changed how I look at what an MC is, and once again, helped me develop heritage hip hop because there's more to him. Like his book and the book about Rakim,
hmm
book about Angie Martinez.
hmm
I did not get to read Luke's book or Jay Prince's book yet, but I'm
hmm
looking to get those too. Like there's so many stories, and it goes so much deeper than what we know. And that's what I
Okay.
like. Like, I hate this. And I'm telling you for the fact.
Okay.
I hate when I look at music interviews and they go over the
hmm
same stuff and we don't get to the heart of who the MC or who the creator is. Like,
Yeah.
like I think it's very disrespectful for Redman to be on a platform and they ask him about like WAP. That's corny to me. Because
Mm.
he's in another part of his career now. So you may mention it, but don't make it a conversation piece.
I get what you're saying. I
So
definitely get what you're saying.
yeah, and I mean, when I talk to independent artists, I can use that as a reference, but not make that the conversation. A lot of times when you see interviews or I hear interviews, because I study other people's interview platforms.
hmm
Right there. When I study other people's musical platforms, I get left with a bad taste in my mouth because I don't think they really go into who the artist is. There's great platforms out there though that I study and I love, but there's some people who do questions, and maybe it's because of the timing they have and they only have a little bit of time with the artist. Maybe that's why it is what it is. But I think we get cheated as fans of somebody when we don't really get to know who it is that we're following.
That's why I'm asking you so many personal. These are personal questions about you, not what you do, but who you are.
You can ask me anything you want, because I'm pretty sure I ain't gonna do too many more interviews after April. So.
Okay. So this is more of an intricate, one-on-one with us, just so people can get an understanding of who you are. So you mentioned interviews. Who are your influential interviewers that you try to model yourself after, and why?
Give me 1 second.
All right.
Who are the people I model myself after? Who's inspired me? You're asking me?
Yes, interviewers that you model yourself after, and
how many you want?
Give me your top. If it's like that, give me your top 10.
Okay.
I would say 5, but give me your top 10 if you have.
I'm gonna give you 5 then. I don't like 10 different platforms, so that's why I can't.
Okay. All right. Well, give me 5. Give me your top 5.
Doggy Diamonds, number 1.
Oh,
Doggy Diamonds is when he says he's the king of the hip hop interview. Doggy Diamonds is that guy. Look, I'm gonna give him his respect. I've been following Doggy Diamonds since before he had the set and used to hold the camera in people's faces.
Yeah.
ForbesDVD.com. Shout out to Doggy Diamonds. Ooh. That's my guy, yo. Mm-hmm. And I had the pleasure of interviewing him. So if you want to say bucket list, that's bucket list material for me. I really got to I got to really talk to somebody who really inspires me continuously to this day. Mm-hmm. Number 2 would be Sway in the Morning.
Okay, Sway's very good.
And the reason why I like Sway is because Sway is the first interviewer that I ever saw read the lyrics to the artist while they're on the show. So that taught me, you know what, let me go back to Doggy Diamonds and then go back to Sway. Doggy Diamonds taught me that knowing the history is important to having a full conversation.
Okay.
Pardon me for the coughing. Sway taught me do your due diligence because appreciation is the way for people to open up.
Okay.
All right. Number 3 would be Larry King Live. R.I.P. to Larry King.
Yeah, legend.
Larry King will have a conversation instead of having a question to answer. So that shows me that, see, in the hip hop game, back in the day, in the 90s, and I know this from my people who used to work at magazines, they would give people liquor so they could open up and be more free.
Yep.
But if you have a conversation, you don't have to be liquored up. You're comfortable. So if you're comfortable talking to somebody, you're going to tell them what not only what you want them to know, but you'll trust them to let your information out.
And you let what they were actually doing it's called a form of letting their guard down. I know that from people I used to do work with in Def Jam. So yeah, it's a form of letting your guard down. That's how you get them to kind of, I hate to say it, expose themselves in a manner of getting them to be comfortable enough to answer your questions.
Facts. Let me see what else. Who else? Drink Champs. So you're talking about being inebriated? There you go. Nori.
Hey!
Nori being a hip hop MC and then going into journalism is unprecedented. Him and Joe Budden, I get him on the same level.
Okay.
Joe Budden is unapologetic and he tells the truth about the business side and the creative side. Nori is more of a celebration in this. So he likes to bring the stories out, but he lets them tell their story, and it's from an inside perspective.
Wow,
so that's what, like 4?
That's 5 actually right there.
Joe Budden and Nori.
Yeah.
No, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Okay.
The Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. That's a good one too. That's a very good one.
Now, how did they influence you?
Social commentary with hip hop. So they talk to actors, artists, etc. And there's someone who I could watch that gives you perspective beyond opinion.
Okay.
And I'm gonna leave off on one more. I'm gonna give you 7 because 7 is my favorite number.
Okay, come on.
The Company Man, Justin Hunt. That's my guy. He's one of the best ever.
Why?
Because he's a fan that shows you the appreciation of the genre in conversation. So he has like one of some of the greatest videos called the GOAT series. And his first video is why Redman could be the GOAT of hip hop. He has Black Thought, why Black Thought could be the GOAT of hip hop. And he gives you like these thinking pieces where it's like, why can't he be the GOAT? You know what I'm saying? And pieces like that is what makes me enjoy our culture. Because like I said, when people think hip hop, all they think about is beats and music. But it's so much deeper than that. And when you have people who could talk about the appreciation of the art, people who could talk about the depth of the art, people who show you that we are more than people who just do this all day. You know what I'm saying? It's that's where our history really begins. It begins with the intelligence of us documenting and appreciating where we came from. Like even when you study ancient history, we always go to where the rocks was and people had stick figures of buffaloes and shit like that on rocks, right? So that documentation let people know that you existed and you were there. And that's what I like about them.
Okay. Let's change topic a little bit. What was your first hip hop song that you can remember? And what was the impact of it?
It Takes Two by DJ Easy Rock and Rob Bass. That was my song.
That was the first song you ever heard?
That I remember, that I really loved, Yeah, It Takes Two.
What was the impact of that song on you?
It just made me dance. My brother would tell you, anytime that song came on in the house, it was a rap. So, yeah.
What was some of the music being heard in your household growing up?
None. Whatever I played. My mom didn't play music. My dad didn't play music. The music I heard was from my brother. He was big into Public Enemy and stuff like that. And my ear for music started with what he liked, and then it eventually turned into what I like.
Okay. Give me top three groups that you like. Rap groups that you like.
In order?
No, just however. Give me three. Shoot from the hip. Shoot.
1A and 1B is Public Enemy and Wu-Tang. That's number 1.
1A, 1B. Okay, so same platform. Okay.
Yeah. Number 2, Tribe Called Quest, I guess.
Okay.
Because as I get older, I just appreciate them that much more. Number 3, MOP.
Okay, Mashed Out Posse.
That's it, man.
Mashed Out Posse. And you got to interview one of the brothers from there, right?
Yeah, man.
That's right.
Yo. Yeah, Billy Danz is to me one of the most quoted hip hop MCs of all time. You know what I'm saying? Okay. He's like one of the deepest, most intelligent men who bears it all. You know, that's my guy.
Okay, since you named Public Enemy, who would you like to interview from that group? All of them. All of them.
Chuck D. I think me and Chuck D would talk about. I would give him his flowers, but he would be teaching me more in the interview. Flavor Flav, I would like to talk to about his importance to the culture as more than a hype man.
Flavor Flav.
I've actually talked to Professor Griff, but I haven't locked down an interview yet.
Okay.
But Griff, I would love to talk to about society.
Okay.
Terminator X and DJ Lord, I'd like to talk to about the sound. So,
how do you feel that their sound influenced you from not just back then to even today?
Chuck D is the reason why I have pride as being a black man from the door. Period. Because that was like I said, that was intelligence hip hop. The people who got into it. Like I'm gonna tell you something. When I was young, I was made fun of because I like Public Enemy. People crack on me. They made fun of me all the time. It was like you like Public Enemy? They corny as hell. I'm like, all right, well, who do you like? I like Big Daddy Kane. Like, he nice too. Man, F that, man. Public Enemy whack. You know, I used to get that all the time. Onyx was better than Public Enemy. Big Daddy Kane was better. Cool J was better. All that stuff I was told as a kid. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, I just like who I like, and that's just what it is. Whatever.
Oh, Cool J.
All of them greats. All of them greats. Salute to all of them.
Word. Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Chuck D, one of my top 5. He's my top 5 MC list of all time, bro. Like, that's
word. They all deserve their flowers and their rightful. So they all had influence. Who are your top 3 unsung heroes in hip hop?
Ralph McDaniels. Rico Wade.
For people who don't know, who are these people? Please
so Ralph McDaniels,
elaborate.
Ralph McDaniels is the reason why everybody talks about hip hop from the door. He's the god MC to me. Ralph McDaniels, a Video Music Box. He's the one that really puts it down. You know what I'm saying? For us to see videos and experience hip hop culture from all over the world. He's the man. Rico Wade, Dungeon Family producer. You know, he if you like Outkast and the Atlanta sound, and I'm kind of cross on the Atlanta thing because everybody talks about Jermaine Dupri, and even Eric Sermon brought out Atlanta sound. But if you like the Dungeon Family, Rico Wade was that dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Rico Wade is nice. Yo. I can't even lie. Like, you got to just get into the Dungeon Family sound and listen to their music to know who he is.
There was a documentary, by the way, on Netflix about the Dungeon Family too.
True indeed. Yes, there was.
There was a just for those who don't know. All right, so now who's your third, and their influence?
Fab Five Freddy.
Ooh, wow. Come on, now you're gonna have to explain why Fab Five Freddy.
Because Fab Five Freddy is like the encyclopedia of hip hop. Like, he's the guy who could break down just about damn near everything. And he had style. And he was in the culture. And he was the one that showcased all types and sides of the culture. Wild Style, Beat Street, all that type of stuff from like back in the day. Like Fab Five Freddy, him being on video Yo MTV Raps was like monumental. He brought out Blondie. You know, he a Rapture, like Fab Five Freddy is that guy. Yo. Like, I want to interview him. Like, he's somebody I would really like to sit down with and really ask questions.
Okay. I know somebody who may know him, so I'll reach out for him.
Hey, that's what's up.
All right. Wow. Who are your top 3 solo MCs? No. Give me a top 5. Give me top 5.
So that's my top 5 list?
Your top 5, not my top 5, not their top 5, but your top 5.
Oh man. My number 1 rapper of all time is Redman. That goes without saying. Number 1. Number 2 is gonna be
Is it because the area you grew up in? He represents the area that you grew up in?
No, it's because he does not represent the area we grew up in.
Okay.
He's more like Redman don't talk about death all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, he actually puts comedy and stuff into his stuff. He's an artist. He's creative. After Redman, Chuck D.
Okay.
I would say Rakim.
The God MC.
I would say Nas. And number 5 would be, it switches day to day.
Okay.
But I would say it's between Scarface and KRS One.
Woo, Mr. Brad Jones, huh?
Jordan,
my bad. The liquor. Shout out to the Henny. And
there's a story behind that too.
Okay.
Scarface is one of my favorite rappers of all time because he gets to the heart of the MC. His storytelling is crazy.
It is crazy.
KRS One is because longevity in the game and subject matter. 25 albums deep, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And KRS One is an MC, yo. So
And not only that, he helped spawn a lot of careers too. So
tough,
behind, but a lot of careers behind the scenes for
tough.
people don't realize too. A lot of some of your favorite rappers, connect. He's part of the olive branches of connecting them.
Not only
Um,
them, talk about shades of hip hop and Kurt Nice. Shout out to Kurt Nice. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Y'all know shades of hip hop. Look, that's another movement that was dope that inspired me.
Or all right. What name me 5 of your favorite hip hop songs?
All by Myself by Bless McFly. Prophets of Rage by Public Enemy. Halftime by Nas. Funkorama by Redman. And to flip it, Lin Q, Rebel Soul.
Mm. All right. Speaking of Public Enemy, they were very militant music. What do you wish more people were talking about in regards to the Black Lives Matter movement?
That is bullshit.
Wow. Care to elaborate, please?
Black Lives Mattering is not a business. Black Lives Mattering is a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So for something to matter, just means you consider it.
Mm-hmm.
If we
Why do you
can't
feel
be,
that way?
if we can't be matter, like to matter means you consider it.
Mm-hmm.
So Black Lives Matter to me is a lifestyle. It's not a business.
Mm-hmm.
We could make shirts that say Black Lives Matter, but how do we really embody that? And to the people who are embodying it, salute
Mm-hmm.
to them. But when you have a system that goes out of its way for Black lives not to matter, and then to highlight how Black lives are not supposed to matter, the only way you can fight against that is showing the positive instead of outweighing the negative. So we have bullshit like that. I think teaching children that they matter is important, and I salute that. I believe that celebrating who you are and not being hated because of your melanin is important, and I salute that. I'm just not into the business part of this Black Lives Matter thing. I think that's bullshit. I think movements are one thing, but especially if it's something that's not owned by the people it represents, it's owned by somebody else. I don't co-sign stuff like that.
Okay. Um, that's introspective. How do you feel hip hop music has affected the Black community in a positive way?
Oh man, reflection on who we are, teaching. I learned more about Black history on Facebook and hip hop than in school. You know what I'm saying? I mean, keeping it real. How about this? Let's go low level.
Okay.
Hip hop music has taught us how to appreciate other people's identities from other lands that we know. Because New York always had the New York bias. Now New York wants to be everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And look, other people make great music at other places. So me being from Jersey, and I wasn't stuck on that New York bias crap, I will say this. We got to experience California hip hop and learn something brand new that we could relate to. Down south, 8 Ball, MJG, UGK, JT Money. Even if you like Redman, you like Ludacris, same formula. You know what I'm saying? So it showed us that we can appreciate our people in different parts of our country in America. Then it showed you how you can appreciate other people who look like you from other lands, because you got African hip hop. You got Afro pop now. You know what I'm saying? You got all these other things. You got Japanese people who do hip hop. So it goes to show you that as much as our influence is great, it can be appreciated in other ways. So that's one thing. Appreciating your fellow man in other places. Another thing was, a positive thing about it was it opened up conversation to the bigger picture of who we are, owning our own identity. So that's two I'll give you right
Okay. Got to care for a third.
Yeah, of course. It taught us business structure. 'Cause a lot of people became entrepreneurs and made money through hip hop. There's a lot of greedy motherfuckers too. That
Yes,
hurt
they are.
people. There's a lot of people that hurt people, but for the folks who made hip hop a life choice, it gave people jobs. It gave people opportunity, and it showed the entrepreneurial spirit is alive and well, and it helped people start clothing lines, media companies, um, schools, programs, video games. Like it inspired so much. So
Okay. If you could sing one song for the rest of your life during karaoke, what would be that song? What would be that song where you would be like, oh, that's his song right there. We know
I
you're
don't
gonna
know.
sing it.
I don't know.
Do you have any song, any hip hop
No,
song, any
no,
any other genre song?
nope, nope.
What is your favorite favorite song, no matter what genre of all time?
Yeah, change gonna come by Sam Cooke.
Mm, very good one. That's a classic right there. That's a
Because
classic right there. What's a classic? How did that song affect you, and why is it your favorite?
it talks to who I am as a man.
Mm,
When I was in high school, I had to write a paper on that song. What was your favorite song? And I chose that song because
wow.
that's the plight of the man, black man in society, even to this day.
Mm,
And we still looking for
wow.
change today. So
True. Very true. Very very true. Do you have any fashion icons?
nope,
And who are your favorite?
nope.
No, nobody. No. All right. Well, who's a fashion icon you feel that influenced hip hop?
Who's a fashion icon? What's my man name from Harlem, yo?
Dapper Dan.
That's it. I don't think of
Dapper Dan.
nobody else.
Dapper Dan.
He's the guy. Yes.
Okay, Dapper Dan. Yeah, he influenced Gucci too. He influenced not just hip hop.
I want to
He
read
influenced
his
a.
book. I think he has a book out, right? Dapper Dan.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, Dapper
I
Dan. I
want
believe
to
he does have
interview
a book out.
him.
Yeah, he has a
And if
book
I
out.
had the cash, I get a Dapper Dan suit.
Really?
But I am too broke.
Oh, well, I believe I follow his daughter, so
Yo,
make that
I don't have
connection.
that. I don't have that cash. But like this is why I say I would buy his suit.
Okay.
I believe in buying the music when people make music. I don't believe in
Hmm.
streaming. I think streaming is trash. You only stream to see if you like something, but you invest in anything you like. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So because I respect him, I would want to get something from him.
Okay.
That would be very
Speaking of,
important.
okay, sorry. Speaking of getting something from, how do you monetize your business?
I monetize my business through merch right now. I people donate to the cause. I don't like
Okay.
charging people for things that they could get anywhere. I like for
Hmm.
people to show their appreciation to me. And now, coming into the next part of the growth, so I hope to be getting sponsored within the next couple months. So that'll be
Okay.
good.
How can people help support you and help far as monetarily? Do you have any merchandise? Do you sell any merchandise? Do you have anything that represent heritage hip hop at all outside? I know you have a website, but do you have any merchandise for sale?
Yep, storefrontier.com/heritage hip hop. Shirts,
Okay.
hoodies. That's how I do it right now. Cash App, Cash App Heritage Hip Hop. Right now. Soon we're gonna be looking into doing things with our Amazon affiliates and going from there.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any
Anybody
summer?
wants to? I'm sorry. If anybody wants to hire me for something, as far
Mhm.
as business direction, how to do their plan out and plot out their marketing and promotion,
Mhm.
I am available.
Oh, that's good to know. It's good to know. That is very good to know. Very good to know. Do you have any like summer wear? I heard you say hoodies and hats and stuff. Do you have anything? Okay, doing the different four seasons. Do you sell any products like that?
T-shirts, long sleeves, and hoodies. That's it for right
T-shirts and
now.
all stuff. Okay. Do you have any headbands? Because I when I'm out walking, I
Not
sweat. So
yet, because I want to do
no.
towels soon, and I want to do like I'm gonna branch off into something else. So it's coming
Okay.
soon.
Okay. If you had a choice of being on any TV or in any movie, what would it be and why?
How many you want?
Come on, give me 10. Give me 10. I know you got 10. I know you got 10. I'm
10
not even. I'm not
shows or
guessing.
movies I wish I could be in.
Yes, and
All right.
tell us why. You got to tell us why. Tell the people why.
All right, number 10 would be Martin. That's my favorite TV show of all time. And Hustle Man is my favorite character on Martin. So I would just like to be on set. Yo, that's my favorite show of all time. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could meet all of them too. Yo, that would be great. Yo.
Okay.
Number 9, and Live in Color.
Oh wow!
Once again, yeah, yo. He said Living Single. I said Living Color.
I'm sorry, that's the heady talking. But Keenan Ivory Wayans. Keenan
Ivory Wayans is somebody I look up to because not only did he put his family on, but he made he took the lane of comedy and took it in a direction that other people have yet to do again. And so like me, I love creatives. You know what I'm saying? So Keenan Ivory Wayans and being around him would have been great. I would have loved that. All right, so that's 9. Number 8, I would have loved to have been on the Arsenio Hall show.
What? Woo.
Yeah. Because that genre has not come back at all. We have talk shows, but that one has not come back at all.
That was a special show. It came back, but it didn't last because
it wasn't the same thing.
It was the same thing, and they didn't allow him to be as raw as he used to be.
Facts. So that's what, 3?
That's 3 right there.
I would love to have been on Living Single.
No, okay. I knew that. That's why I started singing it. That's why I was laughing.
That dynamic was dope.
Yeah.
And what they showed and how it inspired friends that they don't give enough credit for is dope.
Mm-hmm.
A New York Undercover would have been one of my favorite shows.
Woo!
That was
a dope show.
Kind of like how they integrated the music into the show.
Yes, a lot. And they use not just hip hop music, they use jazz music, they use all different types.
Everything. It was great
genres. Yeah.
Before they killed Eddie, the show was great. And it just fell off.
Eddie. Yeah.
So that's 5. Now let's go to 5 more. TV shows.
TV shows and movies. TV shows and movies too.
Oh, Coming to America. I would have loved to have been in Coming to America, yo. Even
what would your character be? What would your character be? Come on.
Who I'll be myself. But
yes, sir.
But what
how would you fit the story?
I just want to sit in the crowd like Randy Watson or Samuel L. Jackson was robbing the store, they flipped him. That's my shit, yo. Know what I mean? Like, that right there. Juice.
Ooh.
I would have loved to have been in Juice.
Okay.
Like I said, I like music. Me, I don't have to be the star. I just want to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
what would you be? What scene would you like to be in?
The DJ battle.
I'm curious.
The DJ battle.
Oh, when Q was spinning and mixing.
That's it. Right. The DJ battle. That's me. Rhyme and Reason. There's a scene, and shout out to Freaka, who I interviewed. There's a scene where they're in North and they're rapping in the park with Eric Sermon and Redman and all of them. I would have loved to experience that. Black Dynamite. I love to be in Black Dynamite. I don't know who I'll be, but I'll be there. I can tell you.
Black Dynamite, I sell drugs in my community.
That's my movie, yo. Black Dynamite is the truth.
Oh man, that was.
And the last movie I wish I could be in is The Last Dragon. Cause I want to be in the movie scene where they beat up the people in the movie theater, yo. Jack him up, baby. Don't touch the face.
Jack him up, touch the face.
That's my favorite part of the movie, yo. That's my favorite part of the movie, yo.
Oh, Jack him up, baby. Don't touch the face.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of the movie, yo.
Oh man, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. I like that. I like that. Oh wow. Okay, so being from Jersey, what's the representation that says you're from Jersey? When people see you, how do they know you're from Jersey?
The way I walk.
Well, you walk, really?
Jersey dudes got a bop, boy. Like, well, you can tell when somebody out of state because they walk different. You know what I mean? So Jersey's known for having a bop when we walk.
Okay.
So
okay.
We got a bop when we walk. So that's us.
All right. What the hell's that? Okay. Do you have a celebrity lookalike?
Nope.
No celebrity. You don't feel like nobody says, "Yo, Karev, you know who you look like?
Nope.
You look like."
When I was younger, they said I looked like Ice Cube. Now, nope. Nope.
Wow, I can see Ice Cube. I can see, yay. I can see that. I can see a little bit of that. You know what I mean? How would you describe your personal style? Like you just talked about your clothes, and you said you're there to help people out with that. So, being that you're from Jersey, and I mean, people say, they could tell us, we Jersey dudes when we go to New York. I've heard it when I was in Harlem. I heard it in the Bronx. I've heard it when I was in Queens. Oh, you from Jersey? Like I tell how you in your shorts. I'm like, all right. So, how do you feel? How do you feel? Your style. You describe your style.
I don't have a style. I'm just myself. I'm just t-shirts, sweats, sneakers. I'm not very distinctive.
No.
I don't wear jeans because I learned a long time ago that jeans was the uniform of the poor. So I don't want
Okay.
nothing to do with jeans. Like that turns me off. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And people will see what you wear. They call jeans and white t-shirts the ghetto uniform.
Really?
So
Never heard that
yeah,
before.
yeah. So when I learned about that, and especially when they say like most black people wear jeans and we're poor, turned me completely off. So I don't like wearing jeans at all. Yeah, let's take a break for 1 second, yo.
Okay, no problem.
All right, I'm back.
Hmm. Okay, so, whew, I hit it strong. Um, what's the constant compliment that you receive?
I'm smart.
Hmm?
I'm smart.
Really?
Yep.
You are?
Yes.
No, I'm just messing with you. What's one of your favorite childhood traditions of growing up?
I don't have any.
You have any traditions you used to do growing up?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Okay, so what is your zodiac sign,
Leo.
and what's one trait that people say they see in you based on your zodiac sign?
I'm angry. All Leos are angry for some reason, or they're emotional
Oh,
or something like that. So
okay, all right. Okay. Did you say you're angry? I see on a spiritual level. Do you have any recurring dreams?
all the time. I dream every night.
What are some of your reoccurring dreams? You care to share?
I'll give you two. I always have a dream I'm sitting with somebody in the music industry.
Really?
Always. Always. And it's the weirdest dream I ever have because it feels real. Then I wake up and have to go to work. You know what I'm saying? So I give you two.
Hmm.
The first reoccurring dream I had in the music industry,
Hmm.
I was an artist actually. I was rapping.
Really?
And I had a song with Erica Badu and Sticky Fingers. And we was
Wow.
in the North, we was in the North skyline, and you could see the Prudential building in the back. And we were rhyming on
Really?
top of a building. Like it was dope. Like that. I think the name of the song was The Rain Is Gone. That junk was fire. Like I ain't even gonna lie to you. That's one dream I
Okay.
had like
Okay.
many nights that was like, I'm like, nah, that ain't me, yo. But
Let me find out you doing your Shaq and Biggie. Against the rain.
yo, it was that was one reoccurring dream that like, I had the beat in my head and everything, the hook. Yeah, it was amazing, yo. And
Did
then
you ever
another,
write?
hmm?
You ever write it down?
No. Mm-mm.
No.
But the second one, I'm in a board meeting with Diddy,
Take
and
that. Take that.
me and Diddy are talking business in
Okay.
a boardroom.
Wow. Wow, that's it. That's
Those are two
deep.
dreams I've had, and recurring dreams.
Wow. Okay. All right. So since you're a Leo,
Yeah,
what's one of the most bravest things you've ever done?
start heritage hip hop
Why? Why is that one of the most bravest things you've done?
because nobody took the initiative to appreciate my New Jersey peoples the way I did.
Mm.
Because if you look at my platform, it's not about their music. It's really about celebrating them. And most
Mm.
people of color don't have an identity. That's why we
Mm.
run to religion, or we run to
Okay.
gangs, or we run to entertainment and sports to find ourselves, only to realize that we're bigger than that. So
Hmm.
I wanted to start something that celebrated people for what they did, to show them the appreciation of who they are through
Wow. That's pretty.
it.
That's very intricate and precise. Um. Okay. Um. Okay. We're gonna roll off this Leo thing now.
Let's go.
All right. So, what do people usually come to you for when you need advice? When they need advice from you?
Relationships, business, and that's it.
What's a good business advice? Is you like some of the best business advice you've ever given out?
Do something that you enjoy, so that
Okay.
it's not work.
Okay. And what about relationships? With something that you can generally give out that help people out as far as relationships?
Who are you in relation to your relationship, and how do you and the person you with elevate you the same way you elevate them?
Nice. Okay. What is your spirit animal?
I don't know.
Huh? What would you imagine your spirit animal being?
I don't know.
Nah.
So I don't even know what that means.
Nah. Spirit animals usually represent your essence of who you are. So what animal you think is a representation of your essence? No, no, nobody.
Mhm.
Okay. Um something funny. What's one of the most corniest pickup lines you've ever heard?
From a girl to a guy, or a guy
From a
to a girl?
vice versa. Was vice versa.
Uh, I think the corniest thing a friend of mine ever said to a girl was like, "You got room in your jeans, cause I can see myself in them." He was like, "What?" Like, yo, you dummy. Sure as hell didn't work either, so that was funny.
Yeah, yeah, that's real funny. I can't even imagine. Um, what's the best conspiracy theory you can make up on the spot?
Oh, I'm making this up myself.
Yes, yes, you because you're a mastermind. So I'm trying to get into the mind of the mastermind.
What's a conspiracy theory I can make up myself?
Yeah, you
That
can base
cheese,
it off of reality.
cheese is the devil. Like they make us eat mold to make us sick, and that's why all black people are sick because we eat mad cheese.
Wow, wow. What's your favorite dessert?
Cheesecake, and I can't have it anymore
Why?
because of my diet. I'm lactose.
Oh, oh, okay.
Cheesecake is the best. I used to love peanut butter cheesecake, Moscato cheesecake. Cheesecake
Uh,
is the best, yo.
yeah. What was your favorite cheesecake? What type?
All of it. All of it.
Oh man. All right. Well then, what do you think people need to chill out about? Like we're just going dealing with the mind of Karev. What do people need to really chill out about? What do you feel like? Yo, man, chill, son.
Racism.
Really? What
Yep.
part of it? Like that's complex. That's a complex answer.
It is because the American system is built off of racism.
Mm-hmm.
And if America was a country of equity, we would have more money than we do now, which is impressive to what we have done so far as a country.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm not beat for people hating people because of how they look. I think that's really whack.
I
Especially
agree.
growing up the way I did, and
Mm-hmm.
people treating you, they treated me like shit when I was little because of how I look. So, I mean,
Mm.
it is what it is, you know. But to hate on somebody because of the color of their skin or something, that's really corny to me. And if you look at the greatest empires of the world, right, America is the only one that's funded off of hatred.
You're
Like
right.
the people call America the new Rome. I don't think so. It's similar, but
Yeah.
Rome wasn't built off of racism. Rome was built off of patriotism.
Yeah, it was.
And I've talked to my uncle so many times about how they went to the war, went to World War I or World War II or something, and they came back to this country and they were hated. You know what I'm saying? Like, it disgusts me.
Mm.
I don't care if you like white girls. I don't care if you like Spanish girls. I don't care what you like, or white men. I don't care. I don't care. But because of racism, you have to care because you have to be so, everything's so sensitive around it that if we could just get rid of that, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine America with no racism. You can't. You know
No, because
it's there.
Racism is, as I heard somebody say, racism is American just as an apple pie.
Yeah, I mean, think about this. We were taught some of the greatest lies in history in school. And we were taught how George Washington was a great man because he never told a lie. George Washington, he never told a lie, and he chopped down a cherry tree. But this bitch ass nigga took the teeth out of slaves' mouths and put it in his mouth. He had slaves, for God's sake. So am I going to call him a great man? No.
Hell no.
He's a piece of shit to me.
Hell no.
And I mean, this might go around and people may get mad or may not want to give me opportunities because I said that. But at the end of the day, we have to look at the real facts of history. And that's really messed up. And like I said, man, racism is so ingrained in our country that, think about this. I'm going to tell you a form of racism that you've been through as a kid that you didn't really know was racism.
Come on.
It's called entertainment. Who was your favorite comic book character growing up?
My favorite comic book character growing up, probably would be like Wolverine.
Does he look like you?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
Well, when I was a kid, I was short, so yeah.
He didn't look like you though.
Nah, physically, nah.
And so, as a kid, most of the people that you grew up looking to, those who you emulate yourself as, if you look like them.
There's no way I could because they really didn't look like me.
So exactly. So when you're a young boy and you like comic books and cartoons and stuff in our era, everybody was Caucasian.
Yeah.
And the one person that you could look at was the rapper or the athlete who looked like you, still to this day.
Not only that, actually, when I grew up in the projects, the local drug dealer was making more money than the lawyers, the local drug dealers. Those are like the people that I seen that had more influence in my area that I grew up in. So yeah, they had more influence.
Now, and then you think about this. When I was younger, all the cops I seen was white or Caucasians. So at the end of the day, there's a disconnect even from when you're little because those people who are the authority or the hero don't look like you.
Yeah.
I mean,
in the project I grew up in, I actually did see black cops, which made you know, it was very few, and it was actually a cop that was on the force that actually grew up from my project. And my brother knew, they were like childhood friends, but they were on both sides of the law. One was a cop, but then my brother was, you know, in different things. Right. So I seen that growing up, but the diversity I seen also, like I said, was, you know, the drug dealers on the block making money in fresh gear versus, you know, a lawyer, one of the lawyers in the county I grew up in. He was a part of the mentorship that I grew up seeing. So that was an influence on me. But outside of that, he was the first black lawyer in the Monmouth County. So yeah.
Says you a lot, doesn't it?
Says a lot. Yeah, exactly. Says a lot growing up. But as far as superheroes, Wolverine was my favorite my favorite superhero growing up. Speaking of superheroes, what is your philosophy on life? Like, give us your mantra. What is your philosophy? What's Karev's philosophy on life?
If you want to do it, but do it righteously.
What does that mean? Elaborate, please.
If you're going to do something, do it with the right intentions to better everybody, not just yourself. Selfishness only breeds discontent or malcontent, you know?
That's okay. About it. That's interesting. What is the most stress relieving thing you can get or do under $20.
The stress reliever thing you could do.
Under $20 though. That's why I had to be very specific.
Get a 15-minute massage.
Is that including having endings?
If that's what you want, like I said, do it righteously. I'm good.
Is that righteous?
Never did that before, so I can't tell you.
Please look at the camera, sir, when we're talking.
I've never done it.
Oh, what do you think people automatically think when they look at you? What is your perception?
I'm angry. Everybody say I look mean.
All the time? Oh, I've never seen you look angry all the time.
Everybody say I look like I don't want to be bothered. They say I don't look like I don't want to be bothered. I look like I'm angry. So that's it.
I got you. I got a few more questions and we can wrap it up.
Okay.
If you were forced in a dance competition, which song would you choose?
None, because I can't dance.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Here's one of my favorite questions. If your life was in danger, right, and you had to recite three bars of music, what 3 bars of music would you recite? Go.
Protect Your Neck, Wu-Tang Clan.
You got to recite it. Let me hear it.
I smoke on the mic like smoking Joe Frazier, the Hellraiser, in the hell with the danger. Terrorize van like troops of Pakistan, swinging through your time like a neighborhood Spider-Man. So tick tock, keep ticking. When I get the flipping out the shit that I'm kicking, the Lone Ranger, Code Red, Danger. And I mean, I'm gonna keep going, but that's
it. I like that. I like that witty creative questions. Okay. How would you describe your mother?
My mom was
you speak about her.
Thoughtful person. Me and my mom didn't have the best relationship, unfortunately. And, in time, things changed. But my mom was very thoughtful. She was one of the top celebrated nurses in New Jersey. Mm. And she dedicated her life to helping people with HIV and AIDS. Mm. She also helped teach at a college. She did a bunch of things to help further people's understanding of health. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing about my mom. I'm really, as I get older and far removed from her even more, that's one thing I appreciate about her more and more. Like she was a character too, yo. She had her moments.
Yeah.
And she loved cartoons, man. My mom bought me Transformers when I was little. Like we used to watch Transformers together. Like that was our thing. Or she liked the Smurfs, Care Bears. So my love for comic books and cartoons come from her.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll leave it right there.
Okay. What influences did your mom have on you that reflect to your culture of hip hop?
I appreciate the creativity because nothing's the same. Mm. So some people like things that they would consider corny, and I may like them because I appreciate it a different way. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I mean, don't get it confused. I don't like everybody's music. I really don't. I'll tell them.
Oh, I know. I know. Yeah. I know.
But I can appreciate where they're coming from.
Okay.
And even then, they still deserve the right to tell the world who they are. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing I'll take to the heart.
One few last questions. What legacy do you want to leave behind that people will remember you by and for, and your impact on the hip hop community, your personal community, and your family?
At the end of the day, be yourself, no matter what anybody tells you about yourself. Appreciate yourself. Don't let people hold you back. And more so than anything else, have the heart and the guts to be yourself and be appreciative of the man or woman that you are. God made so many billions of people in this world, and there's only one of you. And that one you is very important and precious. And the people that surround you are blessed to be in your circle. Mm. And because everybody doesn't know you. And while all people don't mesh and match and get along and all that, which is fine, appreciate yourself and appreciate them, and that's it.
What crazy thing would you ever do if you became rich?
Nothing.
Yeah, no.
I don't know, cause I'm very reserved. I don't do a lot of stuff. I'm very reserved.
Who are your top 5 friends?
I don't have a top 5 friend.
No.
No, cause that's very it shits on a lot of people I call my friends. My friends are like my friends, King Arthur in the round table. There's no head of the table, everybody's equal. Those are my friends. I can't do that.
Do you have a best friend?
I have a couple best friends. Yes, I do. These are the people I would go to war with in a heartbeat. Or if they were in trouble, I'll ride for miles to them.
Do you care to share or no?
I mean, they know who they are. I mean, I can give a couple of them a shout out right now. There's you. You are one of my best friends in the world because you threatened me in church. That was great.
Man, don't even. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
You, my man Nasif, Edwin, my man Rod D, y'all are amazing to me. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
Y'all like I don't have too many females I call my friends, except for my wife. She's like dope. And besides that, Maka Pace, Mr. Gregory Bowens, that's my guy, yo.
The
legend. You know what I mean?
Word.
You know what I mean? Like there's people, but I tend not to. I mean, it's a round table, but I will give them their shout outs. Primarily, all of y'all for the simple fact y'all teach me daily, so that's what makes y'all best friends of mine. We all have friends. We can say we all tight friends, but your best friends, in my estimation, opinion, are the people who can continuously inspire you, and help you critique life and yourself off of their examples. So.
Any last words you want to say?
Wait, and there's one more person that I got to put in there.
Okay.
My cousin Charles. That's my
Charles.
guy.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, yo.
Yeah.
If not for him, a lot of the things y'all see on Heritage Hip Hop, y'all would not see. My cousin, by far is my number one go-to person for creativity. That's my guy. Like, you know how like if you ever lost a person, it would take a piece of you out of you.
Yeah, man, I do.
He's that guy for me. So my cousin is like that dude, yo. For real.
Charles is a real one, man. I know him.
That's my guy, yo.
Yeah.
Forever, like yo. There's no. I couldn't even make up a word to describe how important he is to me, yo. So.
What? Any closing words you want to give out to the people that you think they might want to hear from you?
I'll just tell everybody, I got interviewed on my own show, so I don't know too many people who allow people to take control of their platform and do that. So that's what Heritage Hip Hop is about.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about appreciating the people and the culture itself. I want to say this. This is dropping. This should be out before the anniversary. Heritage Hip Hop's birthday month is April. So April, I'm trying to do more interviews and I want to be out and around amongst the people. So this is why this happened. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to the crew. Shout out to Michael Bradley of Transparent Credit Repair. Shout out to BQ of Fatty's Place. Shout out to Lex Diamonds, Lex P, and his sports podcast. That's my guy.
Word.
Shout out to Fire Jaws and everything he brings to the table as far as marketing, promotion, and even bars, because he's a beast.
Bars.
I want to give a shout out to everybody I ever interviewed on Heritage Hip Hop. I thank you so much for sharing your story with me. And know, like I always said, I keep my word. As long as you want to come on the platform, it's open to you. Word. I don't know how many times we've seen the same people on Video Music Box. So, I want to give a shout out to A Squad Rebel Radio. I ask everybody to please support A Squad Rebel Radio. We Are Jersey, the movement. Shout out to them. Shout out to Goodfellaz TV. Recap with the Goodfellas. Check them out every week on Facebook and on YouTube.
Word.
I want to give a shout out to the Fleet DJ family. Give a shout out to the Heat DJ family, especially
Okay.
MJ. MJ, I love you, MJ, for real. You've done so much to help me build my platform. There's Build Better Brand. Shout out to Chris Ward,
Mr.
my
Ward.
brother right there. I love Mr. Ward. That's my
That's
man.
right.
Shout out to
Chris Miyagi.
shout out to Quilla and MBK at Henny Sundays. Shout out to Lex, all of them. They are amazing too. I want to give them a shout out. Shout out to my mentor, Big Seven, Time to Grind Radio.
Okay.
I always got to give Big Seven his respect because I don't be up his ass. Like when I ask somebody to be my mentor, I don't want to keep calling you and cause I don't want to be a bother. I like to do things and I'll check back in and see what you say. And me and Seven had that relationship. So I want to give a shout out to Big Seven, straight up.
He a real one from North.
Yeah, shout out to Hardware, that history. I like to give a shout out to Diesel Don for how he inspired Jersey's hip hop movement. And I want to say rest in peace to Gov Matic and rest in peace to Big Snuff. Rest in peace to Chief Boogie, for Mr. Polo Fresh. You know what I'm saying? To all the Jersey MCs we lost, like Fatal and Apache, and we lost Nam Myers. Shout out to Pumpkinhead, who was not from Jersey, but he represented a lot of folks in Jersey. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? Sylvia Robinson, Sugar Hill Records. I know that this is a long shout out for me, but I don't really get a chance to do these. So
yeah, well, go ahead, man. Go ahead. I ain't stopping you. I ain't stopping you.
I want to shout out the people who believe in me enough to even donate to me. So I want to say thank you to your ladies Prospect, a rapper that y'all should know about. He's dope. Shout out to Natalie Gilbert, Aaron Smith, Bless McFly, Kid Pro, Fire Jaws, Rockwells from the Monopoly family.
Okay.
Frank Castle from Out the Mud Music Group. Reek from 050 Boys. Shout out to Nocturnal, Grumpy Old Man. Sade Joseph. Shock Cobain. Gail Campbell. Ray Sun. One of the best producers in Jersey right now, Stress 973. Shout out to Laura Simmons. Shout out to Keith Chandler. Shout out to Money Zoe. Chief Bally. Christopher Rodriguez. Marissa Haynes, Samad Savage. Shout out to y'all because y'all have donated and given the heritage hip hop in ways that other people have not. And
shout out to Drift too.
That's my guy, yo. I can't even. Drift is a whole nother entity. Like that's something deep because I can't shout Drift out only as an artist. Drift is actually somebody who touched my family in a way that I don't want to talk about on camera, but what he did for me was monumental because it brought peace to a bunch of raging spirits. So I salute Drift for that as a man first, not as an artist. You know what I mean? So shout out to Dan McNeil and all my comic book heads.
Dan.
One thing we didn't talk about: Heritage Hip Hop also does comic book culture. So shout out to Amir Wanzer, paperbacks and soundtracks with Kalani, my peoples, yo. Shout out to Dan McNeil. Shout out to TJ
Sterling's brothers.
Oh man, shout out to Andre Batts, Daryl Goza, my guy, you know what I'm saying? Drift got a comic book. Check that out, Mr. Kumasi. You know what I'm saying? Man, so many people who have influenced me. Tuskegee Airmen, Greg Burnham and all of them. Tech Force, my man who do beats off of video game beats. You know what I'm saying? Stan Ipkiss, my brother from yo. I tell everybody, y'all want good beats. I told Tame One this, Stan. The best producer in Jersey right now is Stan Ipkiss. He looked at me and I said, bruh. And what does everybody say? Well, look it up. Introduce me. And I do, and y'all be scared to rap on his beats. You know what I'm saying? But nah, Stan Ipkiss is my brother from, it's so, I don't know, man. Like I said, it's so many people I could give shout outs to. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to his family. Shout out to the Goodfellaz. Shout out to my family who's there. Shout out to everybody who believed in me. One person I want to shout out, another person is Double O.
Okay.
The greatest Jersey MCs ever. You know what I'm saying? He's the hookup I had to get Tretch on Heritage Hip Hop.
Shout out to Double O, man.
And that is what opened the door to people to see, oh, you got Tretch? Oh, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I remember. I remember. I know.
Yeah, so that will always be special to me. You know what I'm saying? And my last two shout outs, everybody out there, everybody for watching, thank you for everything. Doggy Diamonds, most importantly, and Ralph McDaniels, because without them two, there would have been no heritage hip hop. I would never had, unless the Most High put it in my head, there would have been no lane to run in.
That was well. First of all, that's one hell of a shout out. I feel like you should have like credits rolling with these people's names on there when you do the shout out, because this is that was definitely a long shout out. For people who don't know, I'm Big A. It's a pleasure for me having me here as your host of interviewing the legendary Karev on Heritage Hip Hop's platform. Yes, the legendary Karev. Yes,
Hip-hop.
yes. Show the merchandise, my brother.
Hip-hop.
Show the merchandise. There
Jersey,
you go.
Hip hop. Go to storefrontier.com/heritage hip hop. Heritage Hip Hop is available on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, which I hate, but I'm there. Tumblr, which I don't really use, but I'm there. Boom You It, which is a competitor to YouTube, BOOMUITT.com.
Okay.
Boom You It. I'm also on, if you like the podcast, I'm just going to start converting all my interviews into podcasts.
Okay.
But so we are on Anchor.fm, Spotify, and iTunes.
Nice.
So you can check me out there, because I am there. So I ask that you give us a 5-star rating if you like it, and share it. Please like, subscribe, share, comment.
And hit that bell. Subscribe.
Yeah, hit the notification bell. I'm not at 1,000 subscribers yet, but soon. Very soon. And I didn't buy anybody.
Exactly.
Organically. This is real. And before YouTube tries to kill everything, we also have heritagehiphop.com, where members of the website get exclusive playlists and other gifts that I can't even tell you right now.
Yeah. Well, look, it's been an honor and a pleasure to be able to interview. You can check me out on the Big A Show platform, Karevia, and I on my show coming back very soon on multi-platforms. Thank you again for allowing me to take part in this historical, monumental interview with you, and allowing people to get to know you as I do, not as my friend, my brother, but as a musical mogul in the making.
Wow, thanks.
I'm Big A. This is Heritage Hip Hop. Thanks for checking us out, and we'll see you soon.
I would like to thank Big A for doing the interview with me on Heritage Hip Hop, because that was very important to me. Because a lot of people see what's going on with Heritage Hip Hop, but they don't understand me or the movement. They see it, but they don't really know what it is. And I hope some of the questions that maybe you had were answered. And this April is the 4-year anniversary of Heritage Hip Hop. So be prepared to see Heritage Hip Hop a little more as we look to promote and be more visual around everyone and everything that you see. I'd like to thank every single one of you, all 915 people who subscribe and hit the notification bell on YouTube, every member I have on the website, every follower I have on social media, and everyone who listens to me on Spotify, iTunes, and Anchor.fm. There is no Heritage Hip Hop without you. I will say, though, that Heritage Hip Hop still has a challenge out. May 4th, whether anyone shows up or not, we will be on 8 Squad Rebel Radio May 4th on Grumpy's World from 8 to 10 to that Tuesday night to celebrate Heritage Hip Hop again. And that challenge is what media outlet is going to bring their best against our best. It is not to win and destroy people. It's to celebrate New Jersey hip hop. And whether anyone steps up or not, we're going to celebrate not only Heritage Hip Hop, but Jersey and our sound. I'd like to say thank you to everybody who's been a part of this team. You heard the shout outs already in the video. But once again, thank you to Fire Jaws, Transparent Credit Repair, the Goodfellaz, Lex P, 8 Squad Rebel Radio, MJ's Hip Hop Connects, the Fleet DJs, the Heat DJs, our families that sacrifice for us to be great artists and media people as well. To every artist that's ever been on Heritage Hip Hop, thank you, because not only have you made my dreams come true, but you're helping me put down a foundation that will help elevate our babies when they do media and speak to the world. I'm going to leave this conversation this way, and I'm out of here. All I'm going to tell you is hip hop is not just beats and rhymes. It is our connection from God to be living vessels. And this platform is not to highlight music. It's to celebrate you, the individual who creates. Because as the world sleeps on you for the color of your skin to your supposed sexual orientation, there are people out here whose job is to hate you. And this media platform is not to give ear to hate, but to celebrate you and to show you your voice matters. Heritage Hip Hop is for the people, and New Jersey's hip hop story will forever be told through this platform. We celebrate our own in New Jersey, and there will be no more talk of Jersey not having or Jersey being shut out, because Jersey's going to make its song. We are here. We are the foundation of the hip hop media. Who is that we? You, the artist, the family member, the fan, etc. And we together will make hip hop great again. And with that being said, this is Karev from Heritage Hip Hop celebrating our 100th episode, saying peace, and we out. Thank you for watching our presentation. We ask that you subscribe to our YouTube family and hit the notification bell for updates. Please like, comment, and share this video.